Hello, my friends. This is Dwight from For His Glory 700 coming back at you with another video. And it's been some time since I last recorded a video. And the reason for that is my account was suspended for a couple weeks because I dared to challenge the golden calf, the sacred cow of our present situation under lockdown and restrictions. So you can't question these things because we don't have the authority, nor do we have the right, because of course we would be promoting disinformation and misinformation, even though we have a right to have an opinion, apparently as it relates to the narrative regarding our current crisis. Your opinion is not necessary. Anyways, what I've been doing for the past couple of weeks while I've been away is that my daughter and I have been going for walks outside in the community, at parks and so forth. Just getting outside. She needs to get some fresh air because my daughter hasn't been attending school since this whole crisis began, so-called. And I will not allow her to attend school wearing a face mask because I recognize how unsafe and how unhealthy that is for her. So I absolutely will not permit the system to abuse her in that way. I absolutely will not stand for it. Although I know there are a lot of parents that, for one reason or the other, I guess they believe it's what they have to do in order to continue their children's education. But my daughter, she does school online. But what I really want to get at in regards to this video is that when we're out in the community, like today is actually a very nice day. It's about 16 degrees Celsius in Markham, Ontario. And it's a nice sunny day. The weather's great. It's fantastic. The wind's not too strong. So it's just a really nice day to go out for a walk. So I try to get my daughter to do as much exercise as possible because it's necessary, and she's been very, I forgot what the word is when you're not moving about as frequently, but she needs the exercise. So I forced the exercise on her by her and I going outside to walk for about an hour. But what I've noticed when I've been out in the community, especially at the parks, we go to parks, is there's a very high percentage of people while they're at the park doing exactly what we're doing, which is exercising and walking, is the majority of the people, I'd say about three quarters of the people outside that I observe are donning the face mask. I find this to be extremely disheartening, to say the least. Because if you're willing to wear that PPE outside, although clearly there's no benefit to it, although we've been told otherwise, you are harming your immune system greatly by forcing your body to inhale the carbon dioxide that your body naturally exhales. And so I see these people, like I said, about 3/4 of the people that I see at the park are wearing that device over their nose and over their mouth and under their chin. What I am witnessing, definitely, are those who are what I would classify as the converted. They believe all that they are told. And they honestly believe that they're doing their part to flatten the curve. And remember, originally, flattening the curve was supposed to only take upwards of 2 weeks. And now we're past the 1-year anniversary of this crisis. And there apparently seems to be no end in sight. Apparently, we're going into another wave, a third wave, that is being presented to us. And of course, that third wave is going to be based on the variants and the mutation of this particular virus that apparently isn't going anywhere fast. So I'm like, how long is the general population going to continue under the measures that we're currently under, where our freedoms are literally being taken from us? And from my perspective, I do not see the public in general breaking free of this spell that they are currently under. I believe they're going to continue to do as they've been directed to do by the establishment, by the media, by the World Health Organization, by whoever they consider to be an authority over us, because they're definitely, according to their understanding, looking out for the best interest of the public. So I am very disheartened. I am very dismayed at what I see when I go out into the community. It's one thing that when you enter indoor establishments, you are required or mandated to wear that particular device over your face, unless you have an exemption, of course, which even that is being denied by businesses that have no right, denying people the right to utilize their service or goods, because according to the mandate, there's also exemptions that are of equal enforcement under the policies or orders of public health. So to see the public wearing masks outdoors when they should be breathing in that oxygen that is so necessary for their health, it just goes to show that they are convinced and they have been completely disabled by the system, to the point that they are willing to jeopardize their own health and safety based on what they've been told by public health. It really saddens me to see how our community all over the world is being impacted by this situation that we have been told is a pandemic. And the worst part is that we're not even allowed or permitted to challenge or question it. You can't do that because of censorship, especially on YouTube. You're not even allowed or permitted to have an opinion or a thought regarding your own assessment of the situation based on your own experience and based on your own research and investigation of the matter. If it goes against the narrative and the story that they have told us, then that thought, that opinion, that research, that investigation, those facts and evidences that support the position for which you hold are considered null and void. So we're in a great deal of trouble, and I believe those that are running the system of the beast, are going to accomplish pretty much what they've set out to do, without a doubt. I think the next big move that they will implement at some point is the complete collapse of our world economic system as you and I know it, so that they can fully implement the Great Reset, the Fourth Industrial Revolution, the system of the beast. And once that is fully in place, which I believe obviously will be implemented, once they've intentionally collapsed our world economic system, then we will find ourselves truly under a system that its purpose and its intention is to enslave us all. It would be nice if people would, quote unquote, wake up, but that's not going to happen. The masses overall are too far. They've committed too much into what we are currently experiencing right now to do an about face. They're going to be basically committed to continuing in the direction that the powers that be, that shouldn't be, are taking us, and that's a road that's going to take us down to our own destruction. And of course, one of the things they're also doing is implementing the health passport as a means of get out of jail free card, so that people can do some form of traveling, although wherever you will be traveling to will require you, without a doubt, to don the PPE, the sign and witness to one's enslavement.